that you have. We'll start with this game, a quick 3-minute, 2-minute, 2 to 3 minute game. This is what you should see. Just a test question. Who are the 6 people who voted no? I'm from Chennai, I will vote yes. This is a beautiful city. We have 47 people who have voted. Any more who's still trying to figure out how the tool works? Very simple. You scan the QR code. There is no login. It is anonymous. So you don't have to worry, you're not being tracked. That's what we always say. If the QR code is not visible, you can do that menti.com. That's the website, and you can enter that code 22103131. Okay, in the land of Mumbai, at least a half century is required, so half century is there. We'll go. This is the actual question. There are just 3-4 questions. We'll start with this. What is your biggest learning today? From the morning you are in this room, you're still sticking to this room. What have you learned? You can just type whatever comes to your mind. And again, it's anonymous. If you say the food was great, the coffee was nice, that's good too. Digital twins. Way to excellence, nice. Challenging the status quo. I think in my session, I will talk about some aspects of those as well. Have a vision and pursue it. Mental models. I loved that session. I mean, I made notes of all the 7+2 additional points. I am going to go and practice. Good to great. People is the key. Digital twins. Okay. Manufacturing to lead. Manufacturing, I think, always leads. So I'm a technology person, but I have been associated with manufacturing and logistics for the last 10 years. My first exposure to this space was when I joined one of my organizations, the previous organization. The head of that business told me that he was introducing I am so-and-so and all that, and his first question to me was, Bharat, can you show me one thing in this room where a manufacturing supply chain person was not involved? I mean, I was not able to come up with anything. That's the moment it hit me that, hey, this is the wonderful work that people like you are doing. So manufacturing always leads. Thank you for everything that you're doing. What else? Industry 4.0 mental models. Second half is very good. Okay, thank you. I will tell you something. Is Vikram in the room? Vikram, can you please stand up, Vikram? And Anant as well, if he's around. Maybe he's firefighting. I've been a part of this software space. We have been exhibiting in multiple events. Vikram, this is one of the best events I've attended. Thank you for putting this together. A round of applause to the organizing team. Thank you, Vikram. So as a sponsor to us also, they kept insisting that please have value add. Ensure that you speak things that are relevant to the audience, etc. Thank you for this, Vikram. We'll go to the next question. If there is great insights, data analysis, need for AI, leadership in manufacturing. Perfect. Have you heard of Zoho? I have used a Zoho product. Yes or no? Zoho is a not very popular organization. Even people who know of Zoho, it's like that elephant where people have different interpretation of what that is. So feel free to share your answers. Okay, this will help me give some context. When someone from a large organization speaks certain things saying, hey, this is what we learned, there is a natural gravity associated to it. With Zoho, maybe not. So I'll also talk about Zoho. I have some 3-4 slides about Zoho. I'll tell you what we do so that there is context to what I cover in manufacturing. You have 100 points with you now. You have to allocate it to these 5 problems. What is your biggest tech challenge in manufacturing organizations? What is your biggest technology challenge? Is it security and compliance? Is it adoption? I roll out an SAP, I roll out an ERP, but people are not using it. Is that your challenge? IT and business sync. I am running at a certain pace. My IT team is not running at that pace as me, or they are not understanding my requirement. Is it budget constraint? There is only so much money. How many times can I embark on a digital transformation project? Is that the constraint? Or what was the last one? Tech complexity. Suddenly you talk about Bitcoin, crypto, and then suddenly you talk about LLM, and then today suddenly someone comes and talks this new term called SLM. What is even happening? You guys are actually confusing me and making money out of us. Tech complexity, is that the concern? You have 100 points, the system automatically reallocates points. So just feel free to say which one bothers you the most, or allocate points accordingly. Looks like adoption is the major challenge. IT business sync, yes. tech complexity, budget constraints, security and compliance. Interesting. I thought that would be among one or two. Interesting. Perfecto. Super. So I'll go to the session. This is what I'm planning to cover. I'll talk about the tech landscape from our understanding. What is Zoho doing in this space? Some of the success stories and an implementation playbook. In the last session, one of you, sir, asked about how do I go about digital transformation? How do I communicate that? So I plan to cover that in my session anyway. Digital transformation projects, 70% of digital transformation projects fail. This is actually from a McKinsey survey, but even if I don't say it is from McKinsey, all of you will believe. Because that's what the reality is, no. We know that, we will all talk all these things, but at the end of the day, only 20-30% of the projects will succeed. Earlier, I used to have that source McKinsey survey. Then I removed it from the slide, nobody seemed to care. It's like, this is the truth. Whether you put McKinsey or whatever, Deloitte or whatever firms, we all know the truth. The reality on ground is digital transformation projects don't see enough success. Why is that happening? I have tried to put it in our own understanding, not going through a global gyan, but from Zoho's understanding of what are some things that we have seen. Day to day, I am a part of marketing and customer experience, so we talk to a lot of customers. What are some reasons that we have seen? How many of you used to switch off TV when this guy got out? How many of you cried when he retired, the last test match in Mumbai? I cried. I was watching it on TV and I cried. There was one phase where, like maybe the Bumrah of today or Virat Kohli of RCB, there was one phase where Sachin was the only superstar in the team, right? Indian current consumption, electricity consumption came down when he got out. People will switch off the TV and go do other things. Which is what is happening in organizations also. There are a lot of people who come up with ideas. There are a lot of people who want to bring about change. It could be a head of operations, it could be the CEO, it could be a head of finance, it could be the IT head, or someone, a logistics manager. But the execution falls on the shoulders of only a small team, especially in manufacturing, because we already have 100 other things to take care of. It's like a doctor doing a surgery when the heart is still functioning. Hence, there is only a small team, a small set of individuals who are taking that responsibility of converting ideas into action. So that's where, because there are not enough Sachins in the team, in the organizations, digital transformation projects start at idea level, everybody gets excited, then gradually the excitement tapers down. What is common among these animals that you see in the screen? There is something that connects all these animals. Don't say wild animals and all that, but there is something else. Mammals, no. I mean, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I'll give a clue. I will add a human being next to that. Even then, the connection will still be the same. Mammals, yes, but other than that, there is something else. They adapt to the situation, maybe. Okay, I will put a human thumbprint next to it. Exactly, yeah. So all of these are, like a tiger's stripes are unique. Dorsal fin of a dolphin is unique. Similarly, we'll go on, like the human thumbprint. Why is it relevant? In our organizations, in our manufacturing organizations, all of us are unique. No two organizations work the same way. It could be the people, it could be the process, it could be pricing, it could be the technology that you use. Every organization is unique. And when digital transformation projects start, there is an umbrella solution that is being force-fitted to my organization without understanding my realities. Maybe the logistics person on ground, maybe the warehouse employee on ground, maybe the supply chain person, they have different needs. My problem statements are different. I am in a different state. I am in a different tier 3, tier 4. I'm delivering to different places. Does my solution understand it? Does my IT solution value my uniqueness, or am I force-fitting my processes based on the solution? So that is one important difference. If your solutions are tailor-made for your business, is your software respecting your uniqueness? That's one important reason for digital transformation projects to succeed. This is my personal favorite, islands, where tools don't talk to each other. I have worked on an ERP where the work planning module and the leave planning module doesn't talk to each other. For example, you run your operations, let's say there are 10 people in your team and you approve leave for 3 people. Your work planning module should understand that today of 10 people, only 3 people are coming to work. I have approved the leave. Make it 10 minus 3 and plan work for 7 people. The system does not do that. Even modules inside the same ERP do not talk to each other. And it is no surprise that when you use this disparate system that we saw earlier, you have multiple applications, multiple software solutions, some legacy system, something someone built long back, and we don't even know how it works. We just pray every day that it should work, right? Those have been accepted in our ecosystem, including legacy systems as well. That's use of legacy systems, especially in manufacturing. So currently, Zoho, we offer multiple solutions, and manufacturing is our number one industry base. And we have seen that a lot of the projects that we are getting into now are all legacy modernization sort of projects. And I always say this as an example, like a lot of you are drinking water now, right? You are holding a glass of water or a bottle of water in your hand. If I ask you to hold it for 1 minute, maybe you will. For 10 minutes, maybe you will hate me and still will. But if I say you have to hold it for 10 hours, you will not do. Because you know that currently it doesn't pain me. I can hold it now, but at some point it is going to hurt me, right? So I will not engage in that challenge. The same thing we are not doing with our legacy systems. We know it is going to be a pain someday. We know it is going to hurt me someday. Someday it is going to stop working and then I don't know how to figure it. But it's okay, chalega, for now I will live with it, right? That happens in organizations, and that is another disconnected legacy systems is another important challenge. Last and final is this. This is a chat with my father. So my father, 73 years old, 3 heart blocks, 1 heart surgery, you get the drift. So he never used technology till he retired from work. But suddenly out of nowhere, from the morning we are looking at, talking about UPI and digital transformation, across the digital economy and all that. From somewhere he started learning to use tools, he started learning WhatsApp, UPI, GPay, bank transactions and all that. So even for my birthday, I think around 6:30, he wasn't sure whether I am awake or not. So he thought, okay, he will wish me. So that's the level of technology adoption that happens. A 73-year-old, how easily he can use a B2C technology. Why is that not happening in B2B technology? We take a lot of time, we put in a lot of effort to come up with solutions and then introduce it to our organization. It could be a HR solution, it could be a CRM solution, but then adoption becomes a pain. No wonder that in the survey you said adoption is your number one challenge, because ideas are happening at some place, then it is getting rolled out. By the time it gets rolled out, there is some dilution that happens, and then adoption becomes a challenge. So is your projects, is your solutions focused on adoption, on the user experience? Does your mobile capability support offline sync? Those nitty-gritties become very important for digital transformation projects to succeed. With that, I will go to our approach. When I say our approach, who are we? I represent Zoho. Zoho is a software player, and a software player from India, made for the world. $1 billion plus revenue organization, not 1 billion valuation, 1 billion in revenue, and some other marketing fluff. So many people use us, we are a very good product and all that. I'll skip that. But I want to focus on this. We'll play this game. There are 3 statements in the screen. Read these 3 statements, and one of it is a lie about Zoho. I want you to spot which one is a lie. Zoho runs its own data centers. Data centers are where solutions are hosted. Microsoft, Azure, AWS, Google Cloud, these are the data centers. Does Zoho run its own data center? Is that the lie? Zoho has its own browser. Is that a lie? Like Firefox, Chrome, whatever. Zoho has its own browser. Is that a lie? Zoho has its own OS for laptops. Is that a lie? Which of this is lie? Again, we will go back to our quiz tool. Which is a lie? Is it data center the lie? Is browser the lie? Or is the operating system the lie? 45, I'll wait for half century again. One more, please. Yes, okay. 27 of 50 people say operating system is the lie. Let's see. Zoho runs its own data center. Across the globe, 14 different locations. All the solutions that our customers use are supported by our own data center. We have not outsourced it, or we are not dependent on a Microsoft Azure or a Google Cloud or anyone. We have the complete know-how of how to host, how to run a data center, scalability, uptime, availability, all of it is managed by us. So that's not the lie. Recently, in the government of India, I think MeitY launched a program where Indian companies had to submit a browser, and Zoho won the first prize, a 1 crore cash award, for the browser that we developed, which is called ULA. ULA in Tamil means journey. Internet takes you around on a journey. So Zoho launched its own browser. Even the presentation that you are seeing now on the screen, it is not a Microsoft PPT or any other tool. It is Zoho's own solution called Zoho Show. So like that. So, but OS is half lie. We are working on OS for laptops. It is still not launched, but that's the next step. Why am I focusing on this? I could have easily focused on we have 120 million customers, 1 billion revenue and all that. Why do I consider that as marketing fluff? Is because this shows the engineering intelligence of the company. Why should we run our own browser? Why should we run our own data center? Is because, let's face it, a manufacturing organization, a logistics company, or a BFSI company organization is not worried about the nitty-gritties of how these things happen, right? When you approach someone, when you say, reach out to a call center or a support executive saying, I have this problem, what are the typical replies that we will get? Oh, it is working in my laptop. Maybe it is not working in your laptop. Oh, it is working in my browser. Is it not working in your browser? Or the last option is, our solution is working fine. Maybe it is some issue with your cloud hosting service provider. What we don't want to do is to leave our customer experience in the hands of someone else. If your browser is going to impact my user experience, if the OS is going to impact the user experience, if the data center is going to impact the user experience, we want to be in complete control of everything that will impact our user experience. Why are we able to do it? Why are not many organizations able to do it? Because Zoho is in it for the long game. We are a 26-year-old organization. We have grown slowly and gradually, and morning R&D investment conversations happen, right? I am proud to say, even though I am a marketing and a customer experience, let's say marketing person, Zoho is more a R&D focused organization than a sales and marketing focused organization. So that reflects in the capabilities that we offer to the market. Now, how are we approaching manufacturing? I just spent that 5 minutes to tell about Zoho because you understand where I come from, but this is the focus in terms of the manufacturing. How are we approaching the manufacturing space? What do we want to offer? We understood the problem statement. We have certain intelligence, and how do we club that together is this. We want to offer a comprehensive offering to our users. We want to ensure it is customizable and integrated. Our focus will be on solution. It will not be on technology. It will not be on the jargons that the IT teams will use. And we want to ensure the adoption is easier. For the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to talk about these things. Comprehensive offering is this. During the intro I was told, right, Zoho offers, currently we offer 50 plus applications across different aspects. So CRM and books, these are our very popular applications in India. In different markets, different solutions are the flagship products. We offer an end-to-end email and collaboration suite. Zoho Mail is a flagship product. Zoho Meeting operates in the Zoom space. Our data analytics business intelligence platform is also widely used. We offer a comprehensive human resources application set as well, like people, recruit, managing part-time contract employees, all those solutions are also possible. Our finance suite is very strong, starting with books and going on to inventory, expense, invoice management. We recently have launched Zoho Payments also. So we are a payment aggregator as well, so those capabilities. And we also, this is the breadth of what we offer. In terms of end-to-end needs of an organization, from a sales management to finance, back-end, back-office management, end-to-end needs, but also ensuring this is provided in a way that is industry-focused, in the sense that from a manufacturing organization point of view, sales and distribution, inventory, production, quality management, all of your needs, how can we handle is our focus. So the products satisfy every aspect of a business need is our focus. In addition to that, okay, there is this bouquet of products. In addition to that, if you want to customize, there are platforms like Zoho Creator, where you can customize the solutions that you want. Like you can edit, you can integrate different solutions. I want to show a demo of this instead of talking too much about this. Again, we'll do a game, one question only, and then I'll go to the demo. Let's say you want to build a prototype app. You want to build a visitor management application, or a vendor management application, or a procurement application. Approximately how much time do you think it will take? When I say an app, it's not just a web app, it's also a mobile app. Approximately how much time do you think it will take to build an app? Go for it, a wild guess. There is no one correct answer to this anyway. I know a fully finished app will take a lot of time. If it is a prototype app, I want to see a functional application, a logic. Varun, just tell me when there is 10 minutes left. Okay, so most of you say 21 people say weeks, 11 people say months. So what I am going to do is, I am going to copy a prompt. I am going to open this is the Zoho Creator low-code application. At the last, is the screen still visible? Should I zoom in? It's good? Okay. So I want to build an application and I am going to use AI. Okay. And here I am just copy pasting the prompt. I want a procurement app with all these. It has to handle purchase request, it has to handle request for quote, vendor management, it has to handle payment processing, goods received node, three-way matching, all of that. The detailed my prompt is, the better. So I give the prompt and tell the system, can you build this for me? Let's see what happens. The system is saying, looks like these are the modules you will need. For your use case, you will need a purchase request creation module, you will need a vendor quote management module, you will need an order management module, a payment processing module. Are these the modules that you want? Do you want to add more? Do you want to add anything specific? That option is there. Then the system is also showing, for your use case, this is the data schema. I am going to have 7, 8, 9 different tables. The tables are going to be linked like this. The product master will talk to the product, like the RFQ step. The vendor master will talk to the invoice step, etc. So the system is saying, hey, this is the module that I am going to create. These are the fields and the data schema that I am going to create. I say, okay, this looks fine to me, create this application. The system goes on to create the app. First, it's starting with the basic application components. There is a form to collect data. There is a report to visualize data. There are dashboards where you can visualize data in a much more comprehensive, personalized manner. And the overall application layout is getting designed. So as each of this component is getting built, you are being exposed to this. Then the system is saying, I will create user permissions. There will be a CEO. There will be an inventory manager. There will be a procurement manager. There will be a purchase requester. There will be a finance controller. So I will create these different user roles. Then I will create automations. When someone raises a request, a finance, let's say the head of department has to approve. When the head of department approves, it goes to the finance head. When the finance head approves, it goes to the inventory, to the vendor. I am creating all these workflows and blueprints, and I am exposing this to you. Hey, these are the things that I am creating. Before someone raises a request, I will say that this is the limit that someone can raise a request for. So this system is now saying this is created and I want to access the application. This is a fully functional, ready to be used, I will call it prototype app, because again, this is not customized for your needs, but the system is saying, here is a dashboard, here is a product master, here is a purchase order master, there is a report, there are dummy data that is involved. So in less than 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes, as I spoke, this complete application got built. Now, I'll also see if I can show a demo of a mobile app of this as I built it. I'm just connecting my mobile to my laptop. Let me open. That's the pace at which app development happens now. What is the solution focus that I'm talking about? For want of time, I will go through this a little faster. We want to ensure from a user experience point of view, it's an integrated set of apps. Let's say a search, you want to search for something. Let's say you want to search your vendor email ID. Every place that the vendor email ID is used inside your ecosystem. It could be an invoice, it could be a vendor master, it could be some payment. every place that the vendor's information is available, I'm talking about 10 different apps. If you're using 10 different solutions, these are all 10 different apps. But from a Zoho point of view, everything comes across as in one single unified interface. So things like that, how do we ensure our focus is on that? Ease of adoption. This is my favorite part of the presentation. Privacy focus. Zoho is a highly privacy focused organization. When you visit zoho.com website, there won't be any cookies dropped on your laptop. So starting from that. Zoho invests in people. I'll give you some examples of how Zoho invests in people. 20% of Zoho employees do not have a degree. This is a $1 billion plus organization that I'm talking about. And 20% of employees of Zoho have not studied after 12th standard. That's the scale, that's the challenging the status quo that many of you mentioned in the survey. That is what Zoho is doing. We will run our own data center. Let's trust people and invest in people. Give opportunities to people who will otherwise not have opportunities. Open office in a Tenkasi, which is 500 kilometers away from Chennai. Open office in remote places and give chance to people. Morning we were talking about how manufacturing hubs, when it comes in a certain place, the complete area becomes, grows, right? Zoho, in our own way, we are also trying to do that, where we are opening, we call it transnational localism, not just in India, in other countries also. Instead of going to a crowded city and making it more crowded, let's go to a place which is away from the city, like Tenkasi is 500 kilometers away from Chennai. There are offices in Tiruchi, Madurai, these are all tier 2, tier 3 sort of places where we have opened offices and invested in people. How does this benefit to me? Okay, Zoho is doing this. As a customer, how does this benefit to me? I'll tell you this. Attrition is not a software provider or any organization's problem alone. Attrition is also a customer problem. Today you are talking to an agent, a support agent. 2 months later, he quits and moves on to some other company. Now you are talking to someone else who has to understand your whole context from the first. Or let's say engineering aspect also. I am building something as a part of my platform. And let's say I am with Zoho for 7 years and I am still seen as a newbie. There are more than 400 people in Zoho who have been with Zoho for more than 20 plus years. So these are indications that people stay, they think deeply about a problem, they solve the problem, and that helps the customers. So those are areas through which we are investing in people and ensuring our pricing is transparent, is flexible, everything is listed online. I'll skip the success stories. Please trust that our customers are happy. For want of time, I'll not get into this. These are some of our customers. You will see different use cases like TAFE, custom distributor management system, custom ERP is being built on our platform. What is the implementation playbook? Not just for Zoho, in general, what is the implementation playbook that we suggest? First is identify high value, low risk pilots. For example, if you go back to your offices day after, because tomorrow you should come here, and you think of areas where you use paper. It could be a visitor entry book that you have, or areas where you use email. If there is a back and forth that is happening on email, or areas where you are still using Excel sheet. These are the easiest points to start a digital transformation or a transformation initiative. See how you can convert that, help set a governance framework, and then expand it. Bring more people into the scheme. First, start with one, or let's say one salesperson, one marketing person, then let them bring 2 more salespeople into the system, 2 more operations people into the system. So your organization is gradually maturing. You're taking a simple project, you're taking people who are very relevant for the use case, they bring some success, then you expand it from a use case point of view also, from a people point of view also. Then before you realize, you will see that half your organization is starting to adopt the technology that is relevant to them. Final phase will be citizen development empowerment. How can you, whatever AI capability that I showed, whatever low-code capability that I'm talking about, it is not just restricted to an IT department or anything like that. So how do we ensure that more people are empowered to build? How do we set up that culture in the organization that if you have a problem, there is no reason for you to say, I cannot arrive at a solution. There are so much available in the market in terms of technology, in terms of capability. Go figure out and build that for yourself will be the ideal digital transformation approach that an organization can take. We are available at a booth here. Please feel free to come and talk to us today, tomorrow also. Here is a QR code. I'll take 2 more minutes. Here is a QR code, which is if you are busy today, tomorrow, This is QR code which you can book a meeting with our manufacturing expert. Vinod, if you're there, show of hands. Vinod understands technology and manufacturing well. So you can fix up a bookings meeting with him, a calendar appointment with him, and talk to him whenever, and we will be able to understand your problem statement and build a proof of concept for you. If you tell us this is a problem statement that I'm facing, we will build a free proof of concept for you first and see how you like it. Does this meet your need? And then we can continue to work together from there.